karmic relationships, don't we love them? No, we don't. Okay, so let's talk about how to not with relationships, especially not with karmic relationship, guys. Okay, because the thing is, karmic relationships are the one that brings you the heartache, heartbreak, the lessons again and again, again and again, and you're like, why I keep on attracting these people and I don't want to. Okay, so how can you end this once and for all? I'm gonna tell you, honey, in this video, you'll get the goods and you don't have to deal with it again. Or maybe you do, some of you do anyway. Okay, so when we talk about karmic relationship, I want to be clear that when we talk about karma, we're talking about lessons. Okay, so when you're like, what is a karmic relationship? What's karma? What is this? Just think about it in form of like lessons, or at times debts to be paid or repaid. Okay, so there's something that needs the meeting to take place to kind of like draw the score, to balance the scale, so to speak. Okay, or to give and receive. So the scenario number one is you need to learn a freaking lesson. Okay, maybe you need to learn a lesson of like self-worth and self-value and stand up for yourself, so then you attract this person, this karmic soulmate person, okay, who really treated you like trash, so that you can learn how to stand up for yourself, or you learn that it feels really terrible to be trashed on and stepped over, and you're like, I will not allow this anymore. So that because of that one terrible traumatic karmic experience, you vow to never be that person again, and in your next relationship, in your future relationship, you're just not attracting those kind of people, right? But until you learn the lesson fully, okay, that's the thing, fully, it's gonna keep repeating. So one way that you're repeating this type of connection, okay, so there's a lesson that you need to learn about yourself so that you can become your truest and highest self, because our soul is here to kind of like graduate from earth school. And when we're in earth school, we have certain lessons and certain things that we needed to learn and remember and overcome and take charge. Okay, so until you learn that, what happens is that they're gonna keep going up. So if you going in your life, so if this is your situation, what you need to do is that whenever you're attracting these type of people and you kind of understand the lesson-ish, but you're like, you haven't really thought about it that deep, think about it deep, journal. Okay, take out your journal. I always say pen and paper is clarity. Nothing is clearer than pen and paper. So take out your journal and ask yourself, what is the lesson? What is the lesson I'm meant to learn from teacher, insert name? Okay, so that's what I like to write is lessons from teacher David. Okay, lessons from teacher Nicholas. Lessons from teacher whatever his name is, her name is. Okay, their name is. You put it down, and then you want to write the lessons. You want to be clear. The lessons is that I need to know my sense of worth and value and not depend on XYZ person to base my sense of wholeness on. I need to learn to trust my intuition instead of ignoring red flags over and over and over again. I had the lessons here is I have good intuition and I need to stop doubting myself. Okay, whatever it is, you write it down clearly. And there might be a lot of lessons, okay, depending on how much they love you in a soul sense. Okay, the more they love you, the more lessons they give you all at once. Okay, and then I know it's a lot of tears and stuff, but part of the game. So when you are clear from this, I want you to get clearer. Get clear, so the next thing you understand a lesson is what you're going to do about it. Okay, so the next step, once you get it, phase 2 is what am I going to do? What is the action plan? Okay, so how do I overcome worth and my self-worth and self-value? How can I, strengthen that, right? So maybe I'm going to write the affirmations of I am whole and complete. I am worthy because I am. I am worthy to be here. I don't question God's creation. I am God's creation. I am perfect and divine in every way. So maybe you write the affirmation and you recite it every day. That's your action plan. Or you listen to one on the YouTube channel. You can listen one on my channel. I'll be making a lot more. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like and the bell, okay, to be here. So the energy of you deciding that you're going to do something with it, because unless we do something about it, we make an action plan, we don't really know. We don't really get the lesson. We don't really understand and integrate it in our life fully. So until it's being fully integrated, you are going to manifest one thing or one event or one karmic relationship to keep on going up, and you're going to be manifesting these teachers. Think of it like you keep on taking a class and you keep on failing. Honey, you keep on getting an F. So of course you need to keep on retaking it. Okay? You're not getting expelled here. You're retaking it. It's an earth school. You sign up until you get it. It keeps going. Okay? So keep taking the classes at your own will. But if you get the lesson, if you pass the test, then you don't need to take it anymore, and you graduate and you get more higher lessons, right? It's life. So sorry, I can't really tell you that your life's going to be just good from now. You're meant to learn lessons, but they don't have to be terrible. They don't have to be hard, okay? If you get it right away, instead of blaming, instead of resenting, instead of pointing the finger, you say, thank you, teacher. Namaste. I see you. You see me. Okay. My heart see your heart. Okay. Namaste. Okay. So this is when you really refer to them as your teacher. And I know I'm joking and stuff, but have the sincerity to know that they are here as your greatest teacher and you are the student, honey. Okay. Don't get things twisted. Or maybe sometimes you're meant to teach them a couple of things, but don't focus on that. That's not going to help you. Focus on your lessons. That's what I find is the most helpful. So that's scenario number one. There's some lessons need to be exchanged here. Thing number two, the scenario number two. The scenario number two is when it comes to debt repayment. Okay, so it depends on what you really believe about like past life or whatever, or not. But essentially, we are eternal spirit, right? And we have this temporary human experience where we have this short span as, me is like as Tina, you as Michael or Olivia or whatever your name is, right? It's like you have these human experience that is temporary. And what happens here is that sometimes we were playing a different character in our past life or in another life, where maybe we met with this person because you're like best friends and you play this video game, earth game together, and then you did something bad to them. You ran them over, you threw a banana peel, and then they flipped the car and then they crash and burn, okay? Whatever the situation is. But then in this life, you're here to rebalance the scale, right? Or maybe you were really evil in the past life, and then you're like a slave driver, and then in this life you're learning to be more serving, okay, or more generous, or be more charitable. So maybe that's the lesson. So yes, it comes back to the lessons, but sometimes there's certain debts, karmic debts, that needs to be repaid. So don't really get caught up on like what it is, how to repay it, but just inside, you will know, because what you're meant to give to that person. Okay, so the first part is what they're meant to give to you, which is the lesson. But the second part, the debt repayment, is you need to repay. Okay, most of the time it's negative. so just know that. Just look at the way that you're meant to serve this person. So the question you can ask yourself is, how may I serve? How can I be of the highest service to this person? How can I be the most loving and compassionate and the light of God being represented to this person, right? So you can think like maybe they manifested a disease or an illness, which happened to my past partner, actually, where he was like, he manifested all these diseases, and he was in a wheelchair. I had to take him around to all these hospitals, and you know, all of these things. And it's like part of it is me needing to learn to take care of somebody, right? And maybe I haven't learned that lesson in the past lifetime, so right now I need to give that. Or maybe he took care of me in the past life. Hold on. Yeah, so maybe he was taking care of me in my past life, and I needed to take care of him in this life, right? So just don't think about it too much, because there's like no way that we know for certain. It's just like, just feel into it, right? Just feel like, okay, what am I meant to learn? How can I serve this person? How can I be the vessel of love? If you keep on thinking about it like that, you get rid of resentment, and you learn to be a better person. Because in either way, relationships, karmic, soulmate, twin flame, whatever, like all of these relationships in general, is here to reflect back to you the parts of yourself, which is God, which is love, right? Which is light. So allowing yourself to be the best version of yourself in the situation, and not blaming and looking at the person as someone outside of you. The more you look at them that way, the more you see the separation. The more you look at it in a way that is, they are being manifested in your world, because there's something in your soul that needs to learn this lesson. So you manifested these people in this situation. That's how you get the most out of it, because essentially life, it's just you. Okay, you are a player one player. Okay, you are manifesting this world, and you created this world for you to be in. Everything in this world is this holographic effect, because the real world is within you. You're manifesting this person, a version of them, the situation, for you to learn and grow and ascend. So essentially, they're just you. They're just reflections of you. They're just parts of you, right? And even when you're watching this right now, you think that, you're watching me. You are watching me in a way, but in another way, is you are manifesting the message coming through me. Your message, you're manifesting me to be on your screen right now, as much as I'm manifesting you watching me. Okay, so just know that it kind of like bigger than our human mind can comprehend. But essentially, instead of like getting caught up on like, oh yeah, how does this work, instead of all of that, it's just to get to the point, get to the end point. Is that you're here to learn, you're here to grow, you're here to become the best version of you, you're here to be reminded that you are all that is, and all that is you. So once you understand the end point, it doesn't even matter all these things anymore. Karmic, no karmic. It's all about becoming the best version of you, and knowing that everything and everyone is here for your highest good. So there's no mistakes, there's only lessons. Okay, there are no villains, there are only teachers. All right, my people, let me know your thoughts down below. Like this video if you got something from it, and subscribe to the channel for more, and hit the bell, honey, so that you can hear a bing notifications. This is Tina Wong, and I love you so much.